Hello there, Internet. This is SAR Martinian here with Shenanigans. Doing a little bit early this week because I'm going to be tired tonight. I'm going to be tired tonight because, 1, I woke up really early this morning. 2, I have tired myself out while being awake like some sort of fool. And 3, I'm getting sleep tonight and there's nothing you can say to stop me. You can't. Why did I wake up early this morning, and why am I looking so dapper? Look at this. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, there's an event called a Science Bowl, which is, for those of you who aren't incredible nerds like myself, it's a thing where a whole bunch of really, really nerdy people get on a team, and then they go into a game show style thing with another group of people that make a really, really nerdy team, and they try and answer questions in a competition style game showy format, specifically about science. If you're in the society, these competitions are fairly competitive. They're very difficult, incredibly difficult. And in the case of the high school and middle school ones, can help the students get into better schools for the sciences in the future. For instance, one of my friends did fairly well in the science bowls when he was in high school, and got offered to go to several schools that he ended up declining to go to my school because he preferred our program specifically. But the point is, they searched him out and offered him, hey, come to our school for some sort of science-y related major. And it's very good, and people who do exceptionally. I think there was a story about a kid from Pullman, Washington, who was 16, a senior in high school, carried his team. Like, his back was breaking under the pressure of his entire team that he was carrying. Won the regional competition, which is the regional is where I just was, and graduated from both high school and master's degree from University of Washington at the same time, because he had actually had enough classes that he took concurrently at college within the University of Washington that he had enough credits for a bachelor's degree. He just didn't have any of the labs, and so instead they just gave him a master's degree in physics because he also had those requirements. So 16 with a master's degree in physics, went to Princeton for his PhD. That's the kind of thing that Science Bowl draws and helps lead to. And I was a moderator, so I was asking the questions, reviewing the rules, that kind of silliness. But so I dressed up, got fancy. That's a little pinstripe suit, black shirt, white tie, and the Trinity knot, which looks wonderful. It's all fancy. The important thing is, if you have a fancy knot, people look at it and go, oh my god, look at that knot. He must be the moderator. I have no idea if that's the way people actually think or not. But that's how I perceive it, and so that's what I do. That's what I try and convince other moderators to do as well. That being said, I just got back. I basically got out of there at 4 today. Got there at 8, so it was a full day event. It was really fun. Because I'm a nerd. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Okay, fun stuff coming up on the channel. I've been able to play The Wolf Among Us I picked up this week and started blasting through. I got through episode 1 in just about 2 hours. I just sat down and played through it. It was really fun, really entertaining. And so that's going to be some of the videos coming up, interspersed with more Gary's mod, because I had hours upon hours of it that I recorded that one day, and I've got a lot of videos to distribute. So The Wolf Among Us starts on Tuesday, I believe. Yes, Tuesday is the first episode of that. And then, I've got a channel trailer that I'm actually finally working on, actually trying to get out. I It ought to be done by Tuesday or Wednesday. I ought to be done editing it and have it up and fancy by Tuesday or Wednesday. All kinds of craziness. Oh, here's the thing. This is back to the Science Bowl, but I remembered it. The Science Bowl is operated by the Department of Energy, the United States Department of Energy. And they give us, in advance, these binders of questions for moderators so that we can read the questions in advance, figure out how to say things, figure out the right meter for the sentences, all that kind of fun stuff to make the experience as good as good for the students as possible. You'll have to pardon me, my voice is kind of borderline losing my voice after this many hours of just reading constantly. But because they send those out without much proofreading, they then end up sending out these lists of errata, or things that just need to be corrected because they're wrong in the questions as sent. I don't know why they don't just proofread initially, or why they don't just send a new set with the corrected questions, but they decide to send us the errata and then have us pen in manually the corrections. And today in the errata, even though the competition's over, I don't think I can actually tell you the content of the questions. I'm pretty sure I think I'm still forbidden from doing that. But in the errata specifically, it was one of the questions, and they had a whole bunch of corrections to make to the question. It was like 4 or 5 things within the question itself that I needed to change in order to make the question understandable and align with the answer that needed to be aligned with. So I make all these corrections, and this is like round 11, round 12, something ridiculous. It's way down the line. And then I get to the next errata, and it says, never mind, just replace that question with this question, and answers. And nothing from that previous question matters anymore. Just cross it out. And I was sitting there going, how? If you're sending us a sheet of corrections, shouldn't your corrections not need to be corrected within the corrections? You would think that an agency that has this many people would be able to just, right on in, just go for it, and everything would be fine. But I guess, government bureaucracy, what are you going to do? And yet I'm going back. I'm going back in 2 weeks. I'm going to suit up again, be awesome, and entertain middle schoolers with significantly easier questions. And I think that will be fun. Another thing that's coming up, this is a fun side note. SAR Heimdall, I just went over to where he lives for a little bit this week and set him up to upload to YouTube properly. He's been around. He's been in a couple of my videos you've seen in the Battle of the Fate series, and he's got a YouTube account, but there's nothing on it. It's been blank for months at this point. But it's because he really didn't know what to do, how to make the YouTube work. So I went over, set him up, showed him, how all the programs work, how they all work functionally with each other, and showed him that it's relatively easy to get videos up so long as you don't need to do significant amounts of editing. So he's good on that. He's going to start doing that. All is going to be awesome, and you guys are hopefully soon, within the next couple of weeks, going to start seeing a fair amount of content coming out of him. He made it clear to me that he wanted a release schedule, kind of like I have a release schedule. Not necessarily my release schedule of 5 content videos and a vlog every week, but a release schedule. So, could be more, could be less. Don't know what's going on. Oh gosh, what else have I done? Well, I have not gone to gaming club yet, because as I said previously, I'm not going to want to be awake after that. I'm going to want to just come home and just not even, just right into bed, right into that guy, right there. It's going to be so good. So good, actually sleeping. Oh, it actually reminds me, this morning, I set my alarm 20 minutes before I actually needed to get out of bed to have extra time to put on to take my shower, do all my normal stuff, and then also put on a suit and and make the tie all fancy and whatnot, and all the annoying extra things for when I'm doing something like this. And I did this because I knew I was going to be terrible at waking up this morning, and I was. First time the alarm goes off, I slept through it. I apparently, in my sleep, just reached over, snoozed my alarm, ignored everything. Second time the alarm goes off, I wake up, and I'm like, and snooze. Just as the standard, I don't want to be up right now. Not actually thinking, but conscious. Third time, reach over and snooze it, and then go, wait a minute, this isn't a weekday. Why am I waking up? Why does the clock say 6:30? What's going on? And then it all came to me, and I was just like, no, oh crap, I have to actually wake up. This is the worst thing that's ever happened. But then I drank coffee, and everything was fine, because that's what coffee does. It makes mornings just hunky-dory. And with that, thank you for listening to my crazy ramblings, mostly about the science ball, honestly, not much extra there. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the new Wolf Among Us series starting on Tuesday. Please also check out the channel trailer. Please make sure to like, favorite, subscribe to all the videos that you enjoy on my channel, and share to your friends. Share to your friends if you like it. Just hold them down in a chair, tie them down with duct tape and chains, and just make them watch my videos, because then they'll love them. That's what it is. Anyway, see you soon.